All right, y'all. I thought I would just make this here real quick and show you all what became of the pot rack. And here it is. It's actually doing what it is supposed to do. And it's all finished up now. As you can see, I'm going to show you some of the details here underneath. The horseshoes. And as you can see up there, drill some holes in it so I can hang it on the wall. Yeah. So as you can see, just with the flux core welder, I was able to come in here and weld on this and do a pretty decent job. Well, it's strong enough that it's holding all of this up. Now you may notice that this center bar here isn't centered. I actually put it over here to the left a little bit of this for a very good reason, so that it makes getting this stuff in and out easier. Some racks you'll see they have a hoop that goes like from here to there, and that makes getting stuff in and out pretty difficult, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to where you could just get stuff in and out really easy, no big deal. So all right, but there you go. So yeah, if you're doing this kind of work, you want to do welding and that sort of thing, just get out there and get busy, get started. Get yourself a welder and get on it. Okay, because that's the kind of thing you need to do. You need to get busy, do some stuff like this, because sure, you can go and buy something like this, but why not make it yourself? Be creative. However, if you want to however, let me make this statement to you here, okay? If you want to have me make something for you like this, no, yeah, there we go, yeah, like that, let me know. Just drop a comment down below, okay? All right, I'm going to show you a little bit more about something else I'm doing, okay? Be right back. All right, y'all. Now we're out at the garage, and today I'm working on a 2009 Dodge Journey, replacing the radiator. Unfortunately, the owner of this car, a young man who he had a little accident and pushed the bumper cover, the bumper brace, all as you can see, there's the bumper brace, and it pushed the AC condenser into this, and then as you can see right here, see the holes in the tubes right there? Yeah, right there next to my finger. Yeah, that, which you can see, radiators aren't necessarily supposed to be bowed most of the time. This one is. It's got a nice permanent bow to it. So, okay. I'm going to try to straighten this thing out a little bit. Because when I took this thing off, it sprung out of place. So, it's going to have to be at least straightened up a little bit. So, that's going to be necessary. So, also, I'm going to, I found the best way to do this with this particular car and not drain the AC system was to remove the front bumper cover. As you've seen, this car has had some this car also had another impact in the front that probably did most of this here. So most of that bending of the AC condenser. Furthermore, let me make something really clear. This is two things here. This is not only the AC condenser, but if you look right here, you notice how that these tubes here in the AC condenser are really thin, and then you get up here and then they're really thick the rest of the way up. Well, that's because this upper portion is for your transmission cooler. This lower portion is for your AC condenser. So there you go. As a matter of fact, you can see your AC lines right over here hooking in right there. They bolt on right there. Now you can unbolt it right there and take this off, but then you lose all your freon, or you have to have it evacuated out of the system. I decided to disconnect the transmission cooler lines right here. There's one nut that holds them on. It goes, that stud right there goes through both of these little brackets here for the transmission cooler lines, and then those two little bits goes in here, and I think that's a 13 millimeter nut right there. These right here, these little brackets right here, these are especially difficult. It's really difficult to get these things to unhook from here. Okay, these are clipped in here. The best thing I found to do, the way I found to do this, is just unbolt. There's two screws, one here, one here. I just unbolted them and then just let this thing flip downward. Okay, and then there you go. That gives me tons of room to get to the radiator back here, and then I still don't have to disconnect the AC system. Now his AC system is fully charged, so I did not, and I don't have a way to evacuate the system and then recharge it. So there you go. But you do have to remove the air box system, the air intake air box, air filter box, which I think he needs a new air filter. Kind of looks like it. I would get one, simply just to help out his fuel economy. And then you have to also remove your washer fluid jug. You do that right, you don't make a huge mess. Horns, and of course the hood latch. I will be going over all of this in reverse, putting this together and showing you all. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. That's on the job for today. This actually doing it like this though, there's a series of clips here on each fender here where they clip into the bumper cover right here. There's about 3 on each side. Like I said before, this had some prior damage, so it wasn't like this thing had a lot holding it together. This slot here fits in to that right there, so, and it's like that on both sides. See there and there, and it just helps stabilize this whole unit right here. There's probably some rivets or things, I call them rivets. It's these little push, it's these little plastic doodads here. They have the center part that pushes in and spreads those two little fingers apart, opens it up, and makes that hard to get off, or almost impossible to take off. So the grill assembly uses a bunch of those. Okay, I will go ahead and show you how the grill assembly, well, as soon as I can find it here. Where did I put it? There we go. Alright, yeah, here we go. The grill is actually really not that hard to get off. It's actually really neat. There is these tabs. I'm sorry, There we go. Yeah, there's one. There's another. Here's another. There's like about 6 of them here on the bottom. Okay, and they just snap into this. There's one here in the center right here, and they just snap into this bumper cover. You can see there's the holes for them. There's a series of holes for them all down through here. So yeah, not tremendously difficult to get it off. It does seem like there's a lot of work here to get this off. The worst part about getting that bumper cover off, though, is these screws right here in this bracket. This bracket, as you can see, is damaged. This has come undone from here. I'll probably try to jerry rig something together to get this back together so that we can put this back together. His car will look at least halfway decent. I'm probably going to also have to bend this out just a little bit and get this to where it's not so curved. Right now you can look at it. It's got a permanent bend in it. So, all right, y'all, I'm going to have to get back to work here, okay? And I'll show you a little bit more here in just a minute. All right, y'all, we're back, and as you can see, I'm now in the process of doing this here, straightening this inner bumper structure up. These cars don't have, like a lot of stuff, don't have like the old traditional bumper like a truck there does. This has replaced that. This and the bumper cover replaced the regular bumper. So this is what takes the brunt of the impact, and but as you saw earlier, this was very badly dented and pushed in. So now I'm using these high lift jacks, this beam here and a couple of beams and a couple of chains, and getting it straightened out somewhat. Basically, I just want to get this thing straightened out enough where we can bolt this back on. There's not a lot of problems, and he can continue to use his car without issue. Hey, how you doing? How are you? Doing all right. So basically what we're going to do, neighbor was just walking down the road. What we're going to do is we're going to get this thing straightened up here. I know this is not like some sort of approved method, but I want to just get this thing straightened up enough where we can get this bolted on and it can function like a bumper structure again, instead of like killing his AC condenser and radiator. Now I know, we can just go to like a salvage yard or even buy a new one from somebody. Go to a salvage yard and buy one. But here's the short and long of it. He doesn't have a lot of money or time to do that. He doesn't get a lot of time off from work, and he doesn't have a lot of money to do that. Not only that, he doesn't. Cars are not his big thing. That's all right, but he doesn't really have anybody in his family to help him out with this. So, him turning this over and having somebody do this for him, that's pretty much, that's not going to be much of that's kind of a no-starter. So, anyway, I'm going to carry on with this, get this thing straightened up, and get the radiator out. But we're also going to be replacing his tank here, his overflow tank, or pressurized tank, I might say. Probably also replace his thermostat and the housing gasket. Even though this thermostat's got a O-ring on it. So we'll just have to see. But anyway, all right. We'll carry on and carry on with this project and try to get as much done on this as I can before it gets dark on me. All right. So, all right. Let me do a little bit more and show you a little bit more here in just a second. All right, y'all. Before I do that, I thought I'd go ahead and just show you what I'm doing here to straighten this up for my. This car belongs to my daughter's boyfriend, so anyway. I think this car had been beat on quite a bit before he ever got it, so, save your negative comments, okay? He's a pretty good kid. All right. I think I'm going to stop it, try it there. I did get it straightened up a little bit, not a tremendous amount. So, all right. I'm going to just walk this over there, take it off of here, go over there and see if this thing is straightened up enough where it can be bolted back onto the car. These bolt holes that bolt this to the car were badly out of alignment, and whenever I unbolted it, this thing just sprung to where it wanted to be. So anyway, let me try to get you all set up here so you can see what I'm doing, okay? I know this is not ideal, I do apologize. Oh boy, yeah, that's not gonna work. I mean, now you can see, oops, sorry. Now you can see this thing is a little bit better. It's still not perfect, but that was the whole idea, was to get this thing in a little bit better shape to where we can at least bolt it to the car without a whole lot of hassle and issue and everything else. So anyway, let me try to set you all up here just a minute so you can see what I'm doing exactly. Okay. Yeah, see, now my holes are lining up, but okay, I see what happened here. Yeah, these, let me show you. You see that inner bracket, see it's moving right there? That is bent away. That was bent during the accident. As you can see, the metal right there is torn in that corner. So all I'm gonna do is just bend it back, and I think we're gonna, this will work out pretty good here for now. Like I said before, this is just, a repair just to get him going again. All right, like I said, doesn't have a lot of money, doesn't have anybody to really speak of to help him out with this, and doesn't have a lot of insurance like a lot of other young people. So there we go. Been in that boat myself too. So anyway, all right, be right back. Okay, y'all, we're back, and as you can see, I've got this AC condenser / transmission cooler straightened up just a little bit better than what it was. But we're going to carry on here, and I'm going to show you on putting this radiator in and getting it out. What a couple of little things you need to be concerned with. These have these little clips that you just squeeze together to get the radiator out. Okay, and then you got one over here too on the passenger side. And the AC condenser, there's some on the front side of the radiator for the AC condenser too. So there you go. You can do that. They have that for both. All right, so here we go. Let's put this sucker in. Oh, and you have these little hooks for the AC condenser / transcooler. So, all right. Let's get this thing set in here. Okay. You can do this. You just got to be mindful of these AC hoses, AC lines. So what I'm going to do first, go ahead and put this, slide this bottom hose on, and then I'm going to do the top hose here. Them hose clamps use a 5/16 screw head on them. I'm gonna go get my tools. I braked for lunch a while ago, so I'm gonna go get my tools and I'll start putting stuff together. But yeah, these clips, they just go into that hole right there. Here, I'll show you. See, yeah, those clips there, they just go into that hole. Okay, these, and then this hole here is where these clips go in. Okay, so not a big deal. All right, I know it looks like a big deal because I got the bumper cover off and everything, but let me go get my tools and I'll get busy. All right, y'all, we're back, and went and got some of my tools I needed, and just now I've got the hose clamps tightened up. If you don't have a 5/16 socket, you can use a 8mm. Of course, you can also use just a flat tip screwdriver if you'd rather. Whatever, you know. But here's how this all goes together. And I was looking at his fan earlier. I don't see anything terribly wrong with his fan. But that is what got into his old radiator. So the fans come out of it looking pretty good. So anyway, here we go. Let's see. Let's see, where are we hung up at? Okay. There we are. All right. Yeah, transmission cooler lines was getting in the way. So let's see, are we in alignment over here? Almost. We just need to, this needs to scoot down just a scotch. Oh, yep. Let's see. We got these little bits here that the radiator fits into. So your radiator has got this little tang right here, and it goes into, there's a pocket that it goes into. But you gotta be, I guess, kind of, there we go. There's that one. This one over here has gotten broken off by the previous accidents. So we'll just have to roll with it. Okay. Let's see. Yep. There we are. We got that in. I thought it would snap for me, but it won't. But that's okay. There we go. That one snapped. Yeah. There we are. Can we see this one back here? Maybe not. It's a little harder to see. It's right underneath the radiator hose. Okay. It did not snap. Unfortunately, I'll have to sit y'all down here for just a minute. It's going to take two hands. Yeah, okay, that's about all I'm willing to do on that. I don't want to break his new radiator. I mean, I'm pushing it up against this brace here. So, I don't want to take a chance on beating up his new radiator. So, now this just all goes together like it's supposed to. Will be sitting pretty. Snaps. Oops. Okay. Silly me. Alright. It's okay though. Not the end of the world. Just back up. We can put it in reverse here. Back up. Just a little bit. There we go. There we are. Okay. Alright, that fit pretty nicely. Even though this thing has been bent and then straightened back up. So, I'll let you have a look here. What I was doing. These tabs here fit into these little hooks, and then this entire body fits into this right here. The entire body of the cooler or condenser fits into that. And then of course you got your little clips over here. Okay, and then you got your little clip here. That's just how they do. They just clip right in. Alright. I wouldn't bother with taking this part off. That's not going to get you anywhere. There's a lot of stuff that bolts to this. And as you can see, I got to everything and I've got tons of room to do it. My hose clamps are tight. Upper and lower hose clamps are tight. So, and I did not have to take the cooling fan out by doing this, and I didn't have to drain the refrigerant out of the AC condenser. So, but I think his AC doesn't work anyway, but it does have refrigerant in there. I do know that. It has plenty of refrigerant in it. So I'm going to go ahead and carry on. I'm going to hook these cooler lines up here for the transmission. I'm going to tie that up somehow, maybe reaffix that back to the bracket down there that it attaches to. And I'm going to replace this coolant jug and just carry on putting everything else back together. Alright, so show you a little bit more here in just a minute. Alright, y'all, got the overflow pressure tank here swapped out, got the new one here, and just two 13mm bolts, and then we're going to put that all together put them in here real quick, run them down, and the air box and the washer fluid jug has to come out. If you're smart, when you take this washer fluid jug out, just disconnect the hoses, leave your pump and everything in there, and you don't make a big mess with all that washer fluid going everywhere. The air box has got like one 13mm bolt that, or no, I'm sorry, 10mm. A 10mm head bolt that secures it right there. It just secures it to that brace right here. And then there's like these two studs here. There's like rubber grommets in the bottom of the air box that fits over those two little studs, so it's no big deal. I'm going to end this video because it's getting kind of long, and I'm going to come out with a part 2 to this, okay? I don't like my videos getting this long, but kind of unavoidable. Just a lot of ground to cover. Alright, thank you very much for watching. If you questions, ideas, comments, anything at all, about this, put them down below. I'll be glad to answer your questions, okay? Thank you very much. Have yourself a great day, and God bless.